Hey everybody, this is Amy from Steve's Lawnmower Sales and Service in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania with our owner Steve Chicolo today. And today we're going to be teaching you how to put together your new snow thrower. But before we do that, we just want to say a huge thank you so much for making your purchase from us. We really appreciate your business. Today so far, all we have done is removed our cardboard and our shrink wrap from our new ST224 Snow Thrower. We've taken our parts out of our bag, just our little nuts and bolts and our handle covers, and we've grabbed our tools today. We're going to be basically using our battery operated impact driver. If you don't have one of those, not a big deal, just a basic socket wrench will be fine for today. And then we also have our penetrating oil, which is our little secret of how we get all of our nuts and bolts lubricated up. So I'm not the mechanic here, but our owner Steve is, so I'm going to turn it over to Steve to walk you through how to use your new snow thrower today.
Hey, thanks, Amy. Hey, first things first is it comes on a pallet. So what we have to do is they have these zip ties on them that we cut the zip ties off first. That way the handles don't bump around on the truck when they're being delivered. And then they also have a bracket on the front of the housing that we have to remove also. Now those are with a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 socket. Like Amy said, I'm going to use the impact driver today, so to take these off, to remove them. And they are on both sides of the pallet. So those are removed. The next step that we usually do is lift the handle back up. Now they have one wing nut on one side on each side of it, but you also have them in your bag that you will get for the other two ones. So we just lift this handle up. Now these are adjustable, so you can adjust these handles to where you would like to have them at. They have this slot right on the side of the handle here. But right now we're gonna just put them up on the very top here for us. And Amy, if you don't mind grabbing me those 2 bolts.
These ones?
Yep, in the wing nuts.
Yep.
Now this is where I use our penetrating oil because they do have Loctite on them. It just makes it a lot easier than trying to struggle to tighten them down. Now they are carriage bolts, so you have to get them in the square the right way for them to fit.
You're welcome.
So we just tighten these up. Now you do want to make sure you get tight because you don't want them to jiggle around on you when you run your snow blower. So we'll tighten those up. And like I said, you can adjust this to where you feel comfortable at, which makes it a great idea from Husqvarna to feel comfortable while you're snow blowing. Okay. And then now I'm just going to go to the next step, is which I always go with the chute. It all comes on top of your snowblower for you. Instead of taking the time here to come around and tighten all these, I'm just going to go to the chute. But always make sure you tighten these down for you. So the chute is very important here. To set it up the right way, you want to have the chute either set to your left location of where it's coming out or your right. And I'll tell you why we want to do that is because your handle to move your snowblower adjustment is right here. So you want to adjust this to your left or your right, whichever way you want to do it. Make sure your handle's all the way to the left and make sure your chute's all the way to the left. And then what you're going to have is your bracket here to engage to move your snowblower chute. So if you could see the 2 tabs on each side, and then you have your whole location on your snow chute to fit in there for you. And if you don't have that on the right way, your chute adjustment will not work the right way for you then. So the next step here would be, what we would need is our hanger is right there. Thank you, Amy.
Yep.
And then what this does that goes around your cable adjustments, and then you're gonna put the loop in right on your bolt. And then we would need the big nut with the flat on it, which is right here, to put that on. Now this is a 9/16 socket. Like Amy said before, you can either use the impact driver or the regular ratchet. So we're gonna use the impact ratchet to tighten it down.